Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Episode 53 is upon us. We will be talking about Jake Paul. There's a big Chris Predicts this week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Big
Champions
update?
League.
Did we do good?
We did perfectly mediocre.
All right, nice.
Champions League update. I don't think I'm going to do like a money-making week just because it'll be like people will hear me list off like 40 teams, and I don't think.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't even want to do that myself. Like it's, I'll do the Champions League predictions, and then we'll next week we'll get back into the match day predictions with the Premier League.
Sounds good.
And the world is laughing at Canada, and we'll find out why.
So, yeah, sure.
Because we're a joke.
Well, I also think the world's kind of laughing at the States too.
Perfect. We can have this discussion.
Yeah.
That's off.
Yeah, mine is
And
too.
we're reviewing Old Granddad High Rye Mash Bill
Bonded.
Kentucky Straight
So we had this
Bourbon Whiskey.
We had this conversation just prior to starting. Chris is like, "Do I call this Old Granddad Bonded?"
Yeah, I don't know what the bonded is.
I wonder, like, it could be like a certain batch. You know how like if you look at Gibsons, they've got regular Gibsons, 8-year bold, the 12-year.
They definitely refer to it as bonded.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
I don't know what
Old Granddad Bonded.
I don't know what the bonded
It's
is.
distilled under the requirements of the century-old Bottled in Bond Act, created to ensure the integrity of bourbon. Old Granddaddy Bonded Bourbon is the product of one distillery and one distiller in a single season, barreled for at least 4 years, and bottled at exactly 100 proof. So I think it's back to like single mash, like proof. Like there's like, I think this just classifies as how they bottle it, makes
Yeah.
it bonded.
Yeah.
Too confusing.
Too much information.
It is 50% alcohol.
Okay, I
those.
got asked. Did you break the ice thing?
No,
Okay.
it's just, I find it very bulky.
It is.
Yeah. So
I was just wondering because
Well,
last week too, you had a glass bowl, and I'm like,
Antonia got rid of my, no,
I'm like, fuck, he broke it.
no,
Definitely
I did not.
broke it.
I want to. But it was my grandfather's. Now I feel bad if I do. Antonia gave away my sleek, slender silver one that we were using.
Gave it away.
Gave it to her brother for no reason at all, and good luck getting that back.
Fucker.
I've been asking for it back.
Yeah,
So
good luck.
like it's like the size of this, just taller.
Yeah.
It's
that's
very
perfect.
low profile. Now I got a fucking
I'll get
stupid
one.
Tupperware full of thing.
I'll get one.
Anyway,
I'll get a small one because we only need like fucking 5
I
cubes.
know.
Ooh. They've been kind of underwhelming, the pops.
This is not a good cork.
Also, it's already been drank. Couldn't even wait.
I got another bottle. This cork, if you put it in all the way, you will not be able to get it back out.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, feel it. It's like plastic.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
shitty.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah. Very disappointed in you, old granddad.
Yeah. Give that a little turn a little more.
Quarter.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Face that camera.
Quarter turn.
Oh man. So Chris told me this was going to be spicy. And the last we had this was what?
4 or 5 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, out in Alberta.
Oh, 3 years ago, I guess.
And we
Got it. It's a little housekeeping.
we
little extermination.
we remembered it as being a fairly good whiskey.
Mhm. I still
Chris-
think it's a fairly good whiskey.
I think it smells fantastic. It's got a bite.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm liking the smell though.
It's good though.
Now, when you really sniff it, it's like alcohol.
Oh,
Hello.
it's pungent.
That's pretty delightful, but that is a bite.
Kind of glad we got away from the scotches this week.
Again, I'm still
Not mad.
No, I'm
but-
not mad either, but I'm still like a bourbon, Irish whiskey.
Yeah, that's my
those
style.
are my yeah. Like I had some JD over the weekend. That shit
Spit
is
hot
good.
fire.
That shit is good.
Spit hot fire.
I take everything bad I said about it when I was younger to my brother. Like,
Just didn't know how to drink back then.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think I mentioned this before, but I think the first time I ever had Jack Daniels, I was given a Mickey of it, and I poured.
That was
That's spicy, man.
That was spicy.
It's a good spice.
Yeah.
I just told you it was spicy. I didn't say it was bad spicy or good spicy.
No.
I just said it's spicy.
It just dried like the back of my throat. That's all that happened.
I poured. Red Solo cups are deceivingly big, like ounce wise.
Huge.
They're really big.
Huge.
So I poured, I'm gonna say at least 3/4 of a Mickey of Jack Daniels into a Red Solo cup. Might have even fit the whole thing with room for like a splash of Coca-Cola. I think I immediately puked, or I almost did.
I would imagine.
And then I'm like, I don't like Jack Daniels. That was how I based the next fucking 15 years on Jack Daniels.
Nice.
Idiot.
I always based it off. My brother would always get shit beer. Like, wouldn't just stay with like Bud Light, Budweiser. Nah, he'd grab like Pabst. Or, oh, fuck. I can't even think.
Old Milwaukee?
No. No, not very often. Fuck. Laker. He would buy Laker.
James Reddy was the worst one I ever, of like the cheap beers.
There was another one that I can't rhyme it off the top of my head right now. It's in there somewhere. And it was just like I'm good for like 2. And then like the third's just not going down.
No.
Because it tastes like ass. No matter how cold it is. It's just bad beer.
I spent most of my formative years drinking really bad beer at plus temperatures. Like way too warm.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Like the coldest I think I would have it in the summertime is like if I cracked one immediately after it was given to me from the beer store.
Yeah, but even then,
otherwise it just lived in the back. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's bearable.
Yeah.
But then after that, it just goes in a backpack and you carry it around all night in the middle of the summer.
Hot.
Gross is what it is. I'm gonna drink this whole one without ice first.
Are you?
I'm gonna get pretty fucking close, I think.
I'm enjoying it. When I had my JD, I put it on ice this weekend. It was just one of those days.
Good, man.
It was just one of those days. Just one cube. Put it. Everybody's like, oh, nice fancy glass. Because I pulled this one out because it's literally easier to grab than my fancy one.
Whatever.
Yeah. I'm like, eat shit. You wish you had one.
You wish you got one for free.
Yeah.
What was your virgin?
Hmm.
Because she's spice.
Yeah, and I kind of like that. Because it's not a alcohol spice.
No, it's just like it's like
bold,
almost hard on your it's hard on the
bold.
tongue.
Yeah.
Like bites
bold.
it.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even sure if that's a biting noise, but it is now. I'm gonna be I'm sure lower than you on the virgin.
Are you?
I'm sure I will be. I'm going a 7.
Oh, yep, you're lower.
Yeah. But the rest will be higher. It's just like the first sip, it
got you. My first sip was better than my second.
Okay, so your second sip was what my first one tastes like. My second one tastes better than my first.
Yeah. Your second one was my first.
We're all
my first was your second.
Yeah, figure that out.
My virgin's going to be 7.5. 7.5. I'm a fan. Like, I don't want something that's like too good that it's like sipping on water.
No. This
like I want to know I'm fucking sipping on something.
You mentioned the Gibson 8-year.
Yeah.
This is probably as close to that.
I think I bring it up every I apologize. Fair. I got a fucking huge hard on for the Gibson. We
should do it next week.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
We should.
I'm in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because from what I recall, we only drank it once on the podcast, but we drank it twice. No. That night we finished the bottle, wasn't it? Because
if we finished the bottle, you're asking me to remember?
We did, because we had the 8-year and the 12-year. We reviewed both. We gave them both a thing, but we shit on the 12-year on the first review.
We did the 12-year twice. We did the bold once.
Yeah, because we hated the 12-year
in comparison directly to the bold.
The 8-year. And then we drank the 8-year and dabbled in the 12-year. Like, it was the glass you had before you went to bed.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one that put you to sleep. And then we had the 12-year.
Another time.
Like 2 weeks later.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't hit the LCBO, you didn't hit the LCBO, and it was still in the cupboard. And I'm like,
we drank it all.
I'm just like, yeah, let's do it. And then, I think we both had like 2 or 3 on the podcast and loved it.
Yeah. It's so good.
You can't mix whiskeys. You do like a whiskey and a beer, whiskey, I wouldn't even go wine. You go whiskey and like a seltzer, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
No chance. Like, you give me Jack Daniels and then Wild Turkey, or Wild Turkey then Jack Daniels. One of them's going to be a complete ass.
I would say you're right.
You know?
It's hard to flip-flop.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, like you said, you need a break. You need a hard break. You need a water.
You need
have a beer or two,
cleanser.
Break it up, and then try it. But anyway, back to the 8-year. I find this one as close to that from my memory as possible.
Granddad? Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. This is not like...
It's got flavor.
It does, but it's not like the other bourbons we've drank before. It's like, it's more bold, I think. More bonded, if I had to guess. Super bonded.
Super bonded. Super smooth. It's just got that bite that hits you like...
Immediately.
Goes down, and then... Do you get that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, right when it goes down, it's past. It's not like an alcohol burn.
No, it's different.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
It's just a fucking... Yo, fuck, you just drank me, motherfucker. Old granddad giving you a kick in the ass.
I wish that they made this bottle with like the 3 X's like you see in like the old movies where like some old granddad's drinking on a front porch in Kentucky with like clearly a moonshine bottle and just got 3 X's so that you know this is the fucking moonshine.
Yeah.
This is what this tastes like. Tastes like 3X.
I wish the bottle wasn't so plain. The label's fantastic.
It's a great label.
But it's like slapped on a wine bottle.
That's a good way to look at it.
You know? It'd be cool. Like, you look at Jack Daniels bottle.
The square bottle.
No labels. You see the bottle. You're going to be like, that's a Jack Daniels bottle.
That's true. They did covet the square bottle.
You can do that with Bareface because they've got the slashes in it that are engraved. Gibson, it's got that weird...
Oh, yeah. It's like a jug almost.
Yeah. It's got like a fat bottom and then a skinny neck. And it's pretty like rounded.
It's dense.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wish that I'm a big fan of like bottle shape and I don't know, engravings.
Presentation.
Yeah.
I would agree with you.
Yeah.
But then again, if it looks like it's fucking made in a bathtub and it's bottled like it's in a bathtub but doesn't taste like it,
fuck it, I'll take it.
Have at it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think I don't think the Wild Turkey has a great bottle, but I think that their label is pretty extensive for the bottle.
I think the label takes up majority of the bottle.
And I think that's why, like, I'm
mistaken.
I'm pretty sure it's a clear bottle.
Yep.
But it's much better presentation.
Yeah, the label tape, like, you don't really see like the bottle itself so much.
Yeah.
Because of how big the label is. If I'm not mistaken.
I think you are correct.
Okay, I'm going to give you my smell right now, and it is an 8.8.
That is significantly higher than me.
Is it? I'm not getting really like a lot of alcohol. If you fucking heaf on it,
no, you're right.
You're gonna get it. But it smells better than it tastes. Does that make sense?
Of course, it makes sense.
But
mango juice smells better than it tastes.
It tastes really good. Like, I'm not trying to say like it.
No, I know
exactly
exactly what you're trying to say.
Bad. It's just like smelling it. It's like, oh, it just makes it even better.
I'm torn on this.
Wish I could pick out flavors for you guys.
8.3. 8.3. That's a solid 8.3. Not overpowering.
It is kind of sweet.
Alcohol. But it strikes me in a certain fashion that's like...
Getcha. You know it's going to be spicy.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
For me, it smells like it tastes.
Okay. I think it smells a little sweeter.
Then it tastes?
Yeah, and a little less.
You're
Like,
probably right.
a little less harsh. But it does. You do smell that the bite.
It has good flavor.
Tough day at the office today.
Hmm?
Tough day at the office.
What?
Just fucking hammered
it. 8.9 on the flavor scale for me. I think I've scored Wild Turkey fairly high with flavor.
Yeah.
This is not as sweet as that, but it has a
Just as
similar
good.
flavor to
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
Um,
It's not sweet. It's
no,
just
but like
slightly different.
like the ingredients that are
Might be similar.
or like the barrels
Yeah.
and the wood are very similar and
Similar in taste, less
Yeah.
sweet, and quite fucking delicious, if I don't say so myself.
I'm gonna. Oh fuck! Actually, I really like this. I'm gonna go 8.8 on flavor.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 8.8 on flavor. I wish I got a little more. Like sweetness is there. I just 8.8. I love it. It's great. It's great.
I'm gonna start you off on finish because it has that really warm, nice feeling,
Oh, I'm warm.
or that bite, but it's not an alcohol burn
Or an alcohol like bite.
or a bad aftertaste.
No.
It's quite nice, but it's certainly different than most things I've ever drank, I think.
Yep. I would agree.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah. I would echo everything you just said.
But I quite like it. 8.7.
Okay.
And I don't usually I'm like, these add a bunch of flavors. This doesn't add a ton.
On the way down, no. You
But
just
it's-
get that bite.
It's different enough that
Yeah.
it gets a higher score for me.
Yeah.
Because I've given lower scores in the past based on less
hmm
or like even less offensive fucking finishes.
Yeah. I'm going to be a little higher than you.
Okay.
I'm going to be 8.9 on the finish. And echo everything you said. But I enjoy that bite. When it goes down and you just get it on the back of your tongue, kind of back of the throat. Like,
I like it as well. That's why I gave it
I'm going to bite you.
reach up and bite you in the asshole.
Bite your ankles. Just instead of your ankles, your tongue and fucking throat.
I enjoy it too because I don't think the last couple we've done I've given a particularly high finish, like low 8s.
Yeah.
And I think my reasoning is that there wasn't a whole lot happening.
Yeah.
So the reason that this one, there's not a whole lot happening in terms of flavor.
Yeah.
But that bite adds, so it's getting a higher score for
Yeah,
me.
you're not getting anything extra on like flavor.
No, you're not getting any hints of
It's not
stuff.
like, oh, it's super sweet after it goes down, like
Sure
on
isn't.
your tongue.
No.
No, you
If
just
anything, it's like, I guess, technically
it's
harsher.
just gone. I find it's just like gone. You get the bite and then it's like, see ya.
It's weird how there's like, I find as we like do these critiques.
Yeah.
What are we, film critics? It's weird as we do these, I find there's like 3 parts to my tongue now. You know what I mean? I find like I can like, it like rolls through and it like changes the whole way through. Does that make any sense to you? You get what I'm saying?
It sometimes it doesn't roll all the way through. Sometimes it's like really hits me like your whole tongue or like
Mhm.
the front of your tongue.
This one I find
This
has
one,
like
it's like-
stages. Tip of the tongue for me. Right
Yeah.
away, there's a bit of that bite.
Maybe I've lost some sensation there.
I don't know. Like each is different, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But like tip of the tongue right away.
Hang on, you're trying to tell me it like every person's different?
No,
Come on, bro.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. We're all the same. Sorry to offend anyone. Everyone's the same and everyone's equal. But I find like this one, it's like tip of the tongue. It's got a similar bite to the finish, but in
Okay.
the middle is like where you get like the sweetness and
Yeah.
those oaky wood flavors. I don't know what the fuck these flavors are that I'm
It
tasting
is
all the
wood.
time.
It's definitely a wood of
It's
some
got to
sort.
be the fucking barrel.
Yeah.
I don't know what type of barrel, but I'm not mad at it.
I'm
It's a nice
definitely not-
barrel.
Yeah.
I do find that
Granddad's barrel's nice.
just reading this, it seems I'm for sure talking when I ask. 4 years seems like a little bit of like a really young thing to throw on the shelf.
Oh, it's only aged 4 years?
Yeah. I think that's what makes it bonded because it says it's one distillery, one distiller in a single season is how they make it.
Oh, fuck.
And it's barreled at least 4 years and bottled at exactly 50 proof. So it's got to be 4 years. And I think once it hits at 100 proof, it comes out.
Yeah.
Whereas other places, I think they're like, we're going to go 8 years. We're going to go 10 years. Like I would say
the standard is 8.
Minimum, I would think.
But also, if you think of like Gibson,
but I think
Jameson's, they don't put the year on it. It's probably like this one where it's buried in the back of the label.
But when I went to Bushmills, I believe when I went through the distillery, like a bottle won't even be thought about brought out of a barrel until minimum like 10 years on the shelf.
Really?
I believe so. Like something like that.
I believe
and that's just a standard whiskey. That's just an Irish whiskey. I would imagine that most bourbons and whiskeys and scotches follow a similar pattern. So that said, 4 years, I mean, we're talking about the bourbon, the Gibson 8 year. 8 year, this is fucking half that old.
Yeah. And it's
quite fucking good.
Yeah, it's really good.
What do you got for smoothness on this, CJ?
It's really smooth. Like it's, I don't know. That's pretty damn fucking smooth. I'm gonna fuck. This one's tough.
You can take your time.
Yeah, this one's tough.
Talk through it. Let the audience know.
I got a lot of alcohol on that one. Like tip of my tongue. Just like how you were saying, I guess, because you said it, now I'm thinking about it.
Sorry.
No, but when it goes down, it's warm. You get that bite kind of like halfway down your
esophagus.
Asparagus. And then...
I like that one better.
And then that's pretty much it. Like it does warm you up even after the bite too.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like maybe a hint of a burn on the way down.
Maybe.
But like it's so minimal. Like it's damn
I think you'd be
smooth.
searching for it.
And I think what a lot of people will have a problem with while trying this or drinking it is they might consider that bite
a burn. It's not.
And it's not.
Sure is not. It's totally different.
So different. Like if you think that's a burn, I bet you I could grab 3 different bottles and you'd be like, oh fuck, those are burns.
Spit hot fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be pretty high, but I'm going 9.2 on smoothness.
Okay. I think your description is fairly apt. It's not a burn.
No, maybe like the slightest. Could you notice it?
Oh, you notice it.
You notice that it's going down. Yeah,
it's coming. Sexually.
See you when.
I like to make stupid jokes.
You're dad now. You have a pass.
Oh man.
I did the worst dad joke the other day.
Hit me with it.
No, I
want to use it.
I wish I could remember it. I go, because Audrey didn't like acknowledge it. And I go,
was she just like embarrassed for you? Is that
pretty much? But it was just me and her, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, do you get it? She's like, yes.
Yeah, I got it. You fucking
wasn't
dork.
good. Like, I thought it was fantastic.
We crack dad and mom jokes all day around here.
Have to.
It's the only way to stop yourself from crying.
Oh, shit.
Fuck. I'm gonna probably mimic you, but I'm gonna go a 9 on the smooth.
Okay. Higher standards. I get it.
It's gonna be a solid 9. I'm got a couple fucking solid numbers on here.
Yeah.
My reasoning is although I like the bite for the finish, it's I find that the bite can also take away from the smoothness, but obviously very minor. I still scored it a 9.
Yeah, it's a fucking 9.
Like usually the smoothness is like 9, 9.1, 9.2, 9.3, 9.4. Like I don't think we've ever really been too much higher than that. Maybe we have, but I don't recall.
I don't I'm not taking so my 9.2 that bite. I'm not even like it. I'm considering it, but I think it's so far after for me.
Yeah, maybe
to
it
rate
couldn't be classified in the
At
smoothest.
least for me, I do want to say because it's not like I'm not getting that bite at all. Like not like the way you're getting it. Like I'm still getting that bite. It's just
It's a 9 for me.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a 9.
I'm not trying to like.
No, I know. I like that we talk about it because it's more for information for people because I know what you're trying to say, but the more we talk about it, the more that people try to understand what the fuck we're
I didn't know
about.
it was that like not necessarily. I guess the right wording would be like limited batches. If they're only putting out like it's one dude, one distillery.
So I did want to.
How much are they pumping out? Like they're definitely not pumping out that much because they're not a Jack Daniels or fucking Wild Turkey, Buffalo Trace.
Well, also this bottle is straight from the U.S. This has no Canadian markings on it whatsoever. I did want to say that you cannot get this bottle in Ontario.
Not in Ontario.
No, my brother-in-law was out west, and I had him bring 2 bottles back for me. And when you look at it, you're like, oh yeah, this is definitely from a private liquor store because it has the government warnings from the United States.
Yeah.
Not from Canada. There's no French fucking writing on it. None of this stupid shit, which is mandatory.
I'm curious now to see if you can even find it on the LCBO. Because I think it's Weller's. The Weller's Reserved is a bottle I want to pick up.
Why does that sound familiar?
Because that was the bottle I was trying to pick up like last November.
Okay, so that's why it's in my head.
And they only bring it in like once a year, and it's like limited quantity, and it's you either get it or you don't.
Which means you need to be like watching the LCBO at all times, which is like
or no, like
time for that.
Like literally put it in your calendar. October 10th to
they're releasing the batch.
To 20th. The LCBO could be getting their fucking thing.
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah. So if if I notice it, if I see it, I'll get it. Maybe I can ask Audrey's cousin if it comes in and put a bottle on hold and just text her when it comes in and then I can go pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So what's the verdict? Results are in.
Results are in. CJ, you want to reveal yours?
Chris's hands are blocking it, but I believe it's an 8.6 for me.
That is correct.
On the old granddad.
And I'm an 8.4. I probably short shafted it on the Virgin a little bit, but I think all in all, it's a fucking pretty good
It was the
score.
Virgin. Literally, the Virgin is straight out of the bottle, neat drink.
I think
What's your first impression?
Yeah, I think the Virgin and the smell are the two things that will drag a score down. Because they're sort of the ones that like you cannot control. It's like, wow, that first impression was garbage, or the smell of this smells like pure gasoline.
I also think it could be a mindset thing as well. Like coming here, I was excited to drink old granddad's fucking.
I'm pretty sure this is the stuff where you said you make me want to throw up.
Well, okay. Let's tell the whole story.
Tell it, because I don't fucking know.
So 3, 4, 5, I don't know how many years ago. It was pretty recent. 3 years ago, apparently.
Because we went there for our friend's 25th birthday to Alberta.
That would make sense.
And
it was also our 10-year friendship.
Yeah.
Relationship. So we went there. Zach was telling us that there's a liquor store, like a whiskey shop, where you can get. What's the word I'm looking for? Not special,
exotic.
but like just like shit that we don't see in Ontario because Ontario's got all these stupid fucking regulations and all this nonsense, and Alberta doesn't. And it's like a mom and pop shop pretty much.
Yep.
Owns it. They pull in whatever they want to pull in.
Alberta
not what the government says you can pull in.
Just for anyone listening that hasn't been out west or to the United States.
You put a
ice cube?
Yeah.
Just one ice cube and no liquor?
Yeah, just an ice cube.
Thank
you, sir. Thanks.
Alberta, I would say, is the closest thing that you will have to an American system in Canada as far as liquor sales go.
Agreed.
Quebec is pretty...
They're close.
They're fairly private.
Yeah.
But they still have, like, you can only get beer in grocery stores. You have to go to a certain store for liquor. Or there's, like, weird kind of in-betweens. Yeah. Alberta, if you want to open up a liquor store, you go ahead and open up a liquor store. If the if the grocery store wants to sell beer, they can sell beer, they can sell liquor, whatever the fuck they want.
They can do what they want.
Yeah.
Everybody's entitled to do what they want, kind of thing.
Anyways.
So we go to this store. We're trying to find a whiskey. Back 3 years ago, you asked me what bottle to get, what I'm looking for.
No idea.
No fucking clue. Different story today.
Yeah, now I'd be like excited to go through that store.
Oh,
like, haven't tried this. Holy fuck. Let's check this one
Read
out.
the label. Actually understand a few things.
Be a quick way to spend like $500 and get like 6 bottles.
7 bottles.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.
Yeah, maybe. Who the fuck knows? I do kind of get the snobbery of it now, though.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
I totally understand.
Get, like,
but
I'll spend $100. Let's split $100 bottle.
This is a problem I have with whiskey. I think wine would have been the better choice. Because, like you said multiple times, you can get a $6 bottle of wine that outperforms a $50 bottle of wine.
Or at the very least, it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Where whiskey, it's like the higher it goes, usually.
Alberta Premium Rye, I'm pretty sure, is not on the same level as Crown
anything
Royal.
We've drank. No.
Now, that said, coming at you, Alberta Premium. The shit that Leahy used to drink. But I'm sure it's rough, you know?
My uncle used to... What's their vodka? Alberta Pure? I think it's Alberta Pure.
I think so.
It's the vodka. He used to drink that shit.
By the gallon?
Yeah. Wasn't good, but he enjoyed it, I guess.
He enjoyed it to excess, some might say. Yeah. Others might say he enjoyed it until he fell asleep.
Yeah. Hey, had to get his nap in.
Listen. All of us have to sleep.
He was a great singer and great on a banjo or guitar.
Really?
Yeah, like around a campfire and shit.
No shit.
Yeah, I will say that. And a great Chinese cook. He had like this Chinese restaurant out in New Brunswick that like shut down or something, and he got all their recipes and would make Chinese every once in a while. I don't remember.
My grandfather, the most Irish person you would have ever met in your entire life, was an excellent Indian cook.
Ah,
yeah.
We just made butter chicken last night.
Motherfucker.
It's delish. We put a chili in it.
I've had your butter chicken and it is excellent.
Oh, this one's got like the cayenne fucking.
So it's got some bite to it?
A little bit. Like it's not like, oh, I can't fucking eat it, or 2 bites and you're sweating.
No, I made tacos last night and I put 4 cayenne peppers in there. 4?
That's a little excessive.
It wasn't. Weird. And it was hot taco seasoning as well.
Huh. I might have died.
No, I don't think so. Do you usually put hot sauce on like your taco?
Usually, yeah.
Like in you just wouldn't put hot sauce on it, and it would be the same heat.
Gotcha. Okay.
That, like it's not.
Yeah. Okay.
The reason I really
still don't believe you.
I know you don't, but I think you should. Listen, you know what Antonia's like with spice. She's nowhere near my level.
Yeah, but
she didn't even blink.
She's pretty good.
She's pretty close to asbestos.
I think she underplays herself.
She for sure does.
Yeah.
And that's why I just go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Also, you're cooking.
Yeah. Well, I'm cooking, and
if you want to eat it,
you kind of gotta
eat it.
Here's how I started liking spice. I was telling this story to my uncle last week because he thought I was always like into spice, and I was not.
Yeah.
Up until I was like 16, I hated like anything spicy. Like the spiciest I would go on wings is honey garlic.
Okay,
like,
I
dude,
wasn't that bad, yeah, but
like Frank's.
I'm coming from.
I would have been fucked.
Not a hot sauce guy till again. I was probably college. So
now,
however old we were in college.
Weirdly enough, if you're British, a huge dish is curry.
Really?
That's like the fucking food to eat if you're British.
It's a bee's knees.
It's a bee's knees. That's why I said my grandfather was a great Indian cook because Indian food is massive in Britain. I'm assuming it's because it's fucking colonialism or whatever the fuck, whatever buzzword there is today.
Sure.
But irrespective of that, my father, when he would make it, he liked shit like beyond spicy. And he would make shit mild for me, and I couldn't even eat it.
Oh, fuck.
Like 3 spoonfuls, I'm like, I'm fucked. I can't do this. And then somewhere along the line, like the flip just kind of switched. I said that backwards. Switch kind of flipped. least I
No.
caught it though. Imagine I just plowed on through that
You
sentence.
should have. Should have. Just don't even miss a beat.
Yeah, just keep on hammering.
That's how they know you messed up, is when you stop. That's what I was taught in band. If you mess up, you just keep plugging away.
Oh, you're right in band. But
No,
if we're just having a conversation, I'm going to correct myself.
Well, okay, but like, you could have kept going. I didn't really pick up on it until you said it.
But I like talking shit,
Yeah, me
even
too.
if it's to me.
Oh, okay,
So
cool.
I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk shit on me
Fair
as well.
enough. Yeah.
So one day, like, I'm just like, okay, I guess I can eat your mild curry now, which is like fucking ridiculously spicy.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of enjoyed it for it being spicy.
Yeah.
And then it was all downhill from me. Then I'm like, suicide this, suicide that, make it spicier. And I don't know, like, now I can't get hot enough.
Well, yeah, you get a tone for it, and I think what a lot of people do too is they'll order something not thinking it's going to be spicy,
Yeah.
and it's spicy, and
then they
throws them
shit on
off.
the dish.
Yeah,
It's not
and
the
then they're
dish's
like,
fault, it's
"Oh,
spicy."
I couldn't eat it.
You ordered pad thai.
It's like, dude, it's supposed to be spicy.
Yeah.
And I think if you know it's going to be spicy going in, it's a different story.
I think a lot of restaurants started putting like,
The chili sign.
yes,
Yeah.
because of fucking dopes that are like, I don't like it. It's spicy. And then like, okay, I guess we'll cover it because you're stupid.
Yeah. I don't know.
But anyways,
Okay.
so with my wife,
Oh, you go on.
I know there was a point that we got on here.
Yeah.
With my wife, I was doing the same thing. Like she wasn't much of a spice fan. And then I would just like make curries. I'm like, it's going to be kind of spicy.
Yeah.
And then she'd be eating and she'd be like, it's
she
almost
gets
too hot.
through it.
And she got through it and she was good.
So when we went to Vintage Spice,
Mm-hmm.
you were like, I want it as hot as they can make it.
Yeah, I said, quote, don't make it white boy spicy.
Yeah.
And
Because that's what I said. I'm like, make sure they know you like we're white guys.
It's an Indian restaurant.
I'm not trying to be like an asshole or
It's
anything.
not that at
but
all.
like, I want a white boy spicy.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm not trying to die. I want to really
I'm trying
enjoy.
to die.
I want to enjoy my food. I don't want to be sweating buckets. I sweat buckets all day as is.
Just to begin with.
I want to eat a shit ton of naan bread, be fat, eat my entire
Way too much
dish,
rice.
eat my entire dish with, again, way too much rice,
Mhm.
and fucking want
Call
to
it a
die
night.
after,
Yeah.
not because of spice, but because
Waddle your way out of the restaurant.
Yeah, just somebody
Just
get a
holding you some, like,
wheelbarrow. Yeah. Unbutton my pants on the way home.
Yeah. Like your dick falls out in the restaurant because you're like, I'm sorry. I didn't know I had to unbutton. The
But the Vindaloo,
Vindaloo
enjoyed
comes
it.
spicy.
I enjoyed it.
Mhm.
I've had their Vindaloo just the way it comes. Really good. But I know it's going to be spicy as fuck when I get it.
Yeah.
But it is so good. And I think there's a big difference between spicy and flavorful and then just being straight fucking hot.
That's not good.
Exactly.
not enjoyable.
So again,
Yes.
Does-
So
there is parameters.
this did come up again. Like because we were just having this conversation about spice. So I was saying to my uncle last week, I'm like, I didn't always like it. And then I told him the vintage spice story where I went to an Indian restaurant, spoke with the Indian,
he came
server.
out. The chef literally
chef
came out.
and was like laughing
Are you
as
sure?
he handled it over.
And I still to this
Let
day,
me just tell
I don't think he gave you the
interaction.
full fucking tilt.
I think he did. The reason I think he did it is because I think he put extract in there to fuck with me
Okay.
and it did not work.
Okay.
So the server comes over. He's like, what do you guys want? You order the Vindaloo. He's like, you want it spicy? You're like, yep. And then he's like, I'm like, I'll have the same. I'll have it spicy. I'm like, but not white boy spicy. Like, I want it hot.
Yeah.
And he's like, game on is literally what the server said.
Literally. That's
And then
what he said.
and then once he said that, I'm kind of like, I think I might have,
Shit.
in the back of my head, I'm like, I think I might have fucked up here.
Yeah.
Because then they're like, all right, fuck this cunt.
Yeah.
And then the chef brings it out. He's like, enjoy. And they all like stood around and I fucking devoured it. I was sweating.
You finished it.
It was perfect. It was like right on the edge of being too much.
Yeah. Like it not enjoyable.
And the thing is, that's a problem about spicy food is that people that have like a bite of something that's too spicy for them, they think it's not enjoyable. Like, how could you eat that?
Yeah.
But if my tolerance is at that level, you're also missing out on all the extra flavor in there too.
Yep.
Dummies.
Yep.
Anyways, back to this fucking bottle. I don't know how the
so-
fuck we get on the
So
topics.
we're at
Oh, I
this,
know how.
We're at this store. We're at this store and we're going through it. And I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. Like not even a fucking clue. These guys are going around like, oh, what about this bottle? Oh, look at this bottle. Chris is like, also, I don't really know what I'm looking for.
I think Zach was the only one that knew what he was looking at.
I think he showed you a couple of things and you're like, no, because I think they were scotches.
Mm.
And you picked up on that. I was just kind of there.
Who picked this bottle?
Zach.
Okay, that's what I remember.
So Zach goes, okay. I think I got the bottle. Goes over, finds old granddad. He goes, I had it the other, like last month. It was,
you know why
it
he
was
picked
really
that?
good.
Probably because we said we like wild turkey.
Probably.
Yeah, that was probably
And
the only thing we were
like the
forcing ourselves
only
to
bourbon
drink.
in the fucking store.
Probably was.
Everything else
It's
probably
fine
was scotch.
I'm like, why would you pick this piece of shit? It's like $30.
And so we got that. I think we drank a little bit of it. Oh fuck! I thought I heard my alarm going off. Fuck.
No, it's just my neighbor cutting down a tree or something.
Jesus Christ. So I think we drank it a little bit that night. That whole weekend we got fucked up. Like
I would say yes.
Like literally the moment I left Toronto, I was fucked up.
For sure.
Yeah. Understatement. And so I don't know what morning it was. It was definitely the second morning. Zach came over. He's like, we're going out for breakfast. I'll meet you guys at your place. Whatever. Me and Eric are drinking Gatorades. Trying to like recuperate some fucking electrolytes and get hydrated.
My memory of this is totally backwards.
We're about like I could have the days mixed up. But
no, you're right.
We're about to go out.
Second morning, we're about to go to this breakfast spot. Yes.
And Chris grabs the bottle of old granddad and it like not like takes a swig. No, like fucking 4 gulps. Like the air bubbles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm laying on the couch like not dying, but
you're fairly hungover.
I'm hungover. We're 25 at the time. Things were catching up to us at that point. At least me.
I can't wait to look back on this conversation in 2 years. Be like, remember when we thought 25 was old?
Yeah. And I look over at Chris and like, you know when it's so disgusting or disturbing, but you can't take your eyes off of it?
Like a car
like
wreck.
It's like you're just trying to throw up. And then Chris looks over at me and goes, what? Like, okay, sorry, that was a little aggressive. Like, it was more like a joking, like, what? And I'm like, have I ever told you sometimes you make me want to throw up? And like,
this is not how I remember
to this day. Like,
I don't remember it being first thing in the morning. I thought it was
okay. It was probably like 11 o'clock.
No.
But
I'm
like,
also classifying that as
first thing in the morning.
It
Definitely wasn't 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
No, it wasn't. I thought it was like almost midnight.
It was right before I had a life-changing experience with breakfast.
Okay, fair.
Because we went to this that breakfast place Zach took us to, whatever it was in Calgary. Yep. And we had breakfast poutines. That was my first time ever having a breakfast poutine. Fucking home fries, bacon. I think it was 2 eggs.
There wasn't any gravy in there.
No, it was hollandaise sauce.
Breakfast. They were breakfast
poutines.
No, they were they were eggs Benedict bowls.
No, they were breakfast poutines.
No fucking way, dude. They were eggs Benedict bowls.
Whatever.
Because hollandaise sauce is eggs Benedict.
But that's what makes the breakfast poutine. You're not going to put a gravy on breakfast. And that's why you use the hollandaise sauce as the gravy.
They cook the eggs the exact same way as you do with eggs Benedict.
No, you could. Zach and Eric got theirs scrambled. And I think you got yours fried for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. I got mine over easy because I wanted that shit to break and fucking ooze everywhere.
Anyway, that is not how I remember that story.
Okay, how do you remember it?
I just thought it was the last night.
No. This was technically night 1, because night 1 we showed up in Calgary.
Night 1, yeah.
Yeah. And I fell instantly fell asleep because I was way too drunk on the airplane. And the lady gave
That's
me
why I was
way too many snacks.
I was laughing so hysterically because I know you're telling the correct version of the story, but in my mind, it was something completely different.
Okay, so I could have days mixed up.
I do not think you do.
It could have been the day we went out for breakfast.
Either way, it was in the morning and I buried a bottle of fucking...
It was definitely the day we went for breakfast. It wasn't the day we went to the soccer game.
No, because that was
we didn't have anything till we got there.
Yeah, because we were all hungover.
I was so hungover.
Because we went to Cowboys.
I milked a beer the entire 3 hours we were there.
Anyway, I'm a fucking idiot. I think it's the moral of that story.
So good.
Talk about your boy, Jake Paul.
Okay, stop saying my boy.
I'm going to say your boy forever.
Okay, whatever, man. Why? Because I predicted his last
I'll be honest with you, I bet on him yesterday.
Great.
But I didn't bet on our thing.
You should have. I meant to tell you. I lost track of time and I almost asked you to do it Saturday, the podcast, so we could fucking talk about it.
That would have worked. Anyway, doesn't matter.
I would have had to be here at like fucking 9 a.m.
It's fine. I can drink whiskey at 9 a.m. clearly.
I
can bury it by the ball and then look you in the eyes and go, what?
Like, you just looked over, like, I did something wrong. Not that you were chugging a bottle of whiskey at 11 a.m. and we're, like, I'm pretty sure that was the night you woke up too. Eric had the fucking television on
the night.
80.
Yeah, that's not my fault.
Watching, what was it?
It was Blue Planet 2.
And Chris just wakes up, and I had just woken up because the TV was so loud, and yells at me, "Turn it down! Turn it down!" Like, fuck. I looked at him, I'm like, the remote is in between us. You're just as far away as I am.
Yeah, but dude, when you're asleep, it doesn't matter. You just wake up, you're like, shut.
Oh, no, just you are like that.
Maybe.
Because when we were at Eric's cottage, you just decided to scare the living fuck out of me.
It's true. I do yell in my sleep.
This motherfucker. I was awake for about 10 minutes on my phone, just chilling. Everybody else is passed out. I'm like, why the fuck am I up so early? This motherfucker, 10 minutes later, rolls. Ah! I'm like, whoa, bro.
That's just how I
Are
wake
you
up.
okay?
That's just how I wake up. Is my alarm clock.
She's like,
I scream myself
huh?
awake.
I'm like, are you good? It's like, yeah, sorry. Like, fuck, man. I guess I'm up.
Man, the amount of times that my wife has had to be like, you're screaming.
Relax. You were not in Vietnam.
Yeah. I do wake up like a fucking Vietnam vet. It's not good. It's probably from banging back bottles of bourbon at 11 a.m.
No, you can't say that because I've been there too.
I know, but fuck.
It's just you. I guess you're the unlucky one that walked away with PTSD.
Got to me, bro.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Heroin help back.
If you ever need somebody to talk to, I'm here.
I'm trying to talk to you.
I know, that's all you do on this thing.
This is me trying to talk.
Oh,
I talk about your boy.
All right, so Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley. First off, fuck you guys for having the fight on a Sunday night.
I agree.
Not even Sunday starting at 6. Main fights on at maybe 9.
What time did they ring walk? Midnight? At least.
Oh, it might have been.
Man. It was in the early hours in the morning.
Buddy Daryl was, he had it on.
I watched the first 3 fights.
Dude, 10:30?
And that's when I went to bed.
Me too.
And
I'm like, I have to work in the morning and it's late.
That's exactly what I had.
I think I tried to stay up 20 minutes, not realizing that the fight at 10 that I was watching at 10:30 was in like round 3 of 10.
Yeah.
I'm like,
what the fuck?
I'm sorry, man. Yeah. Like I had to dip out.
I said to my wife, because we stayed up a little late last night. We stayed up till 10:30. And I think the third fight ended in a knockout in the first round. And
one of the fights, I remember watching that.
Guy got knocked down 3 times in the first round. The ref's like, you're done.
Insane.
Yeah, it was
and apparently that was the first guy's time getting like knocked down ever.
Yeah, and he got knocked down 3 times in
the first round
minute
and then
a half.
Stopped.
Yeah, it's brutal.
That's how you know boxing is so fucked up that they fucking pad their stats
Fucking right.
because you just met your first real opponent.
Yeah. And you're a tune-up.
Yeah.
So I saw it was like 10:30, and I'm like, she's like, "Well, stay up." She's like, "Stay up and watch the fight." I'm like, honestly,
I can't.
if the next fight ends in the exact same amount of time as this one, that means that they're making their ring walk in minimum 35 minutes because they have to bring out the next guys, their introductions. They have to fight, ring the bell, fight, do the whole production afterwards. And then I'm sure fucking Jake Paul and Woodley have exorbitant fucking ring walks or whatever the fuck.
Jake, I think, did. I'm
just assuming.
Yeah.
Right? I don't care if they do or not. It's part of the fucking fun. But if I'm staying up past 10:30, these motherfuckers, even if everything goes well, they're walking in at 11:15. And that's still 45 minutes way later than I want to be up right now.
And that's also 45 minutes you got to stay up just to see the walkouts.
That's true. And that doesn't count if they...
You got to try to stay up.
Yeah, and then if they have a full fucking fight, that's 48 minutes.
Like, I'm sorry, it's a fucking Sunday, bro.
Yeah.
I was watching an interview and somebody...
Why was it on a Sunday?
I don't know, but I was watching an interview and somebody asked Jake, they asked Logan, have you guys had like banters of who sold the most pay-per-views? And they're like, yeah. But when Logan fought, he fought on a Saturday, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it was a Sunday. If it was a Sunday, it was early.
Well, it was a Sunday, like technically, because they fought at midnight on that Saturday night.
Sure, yeah. But it was probably, again, they're fighting in like California or whatever, I think.
Yeah,
who knows? I can't remember. But again, the fight probably started on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Not Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Like, Are you kidding me? So no wonder you're not selling as many pay-per-views because you're doing it on a fucking Sunday. Do it on a Saturday.
Yeah, always.
Do it on a Friday. Friday over Sunday.
I wonder how the fuck that hadn't up on a Sunday.
Because there wasn't a UFC last night.
Is it a Showtime thing?
It might be, but at the same time,
no, there was a UFC last night.
Oh, so
but it wasn't a pay-per-view. It was a free one.
Oh, so then why the fuck?
I agree because the nice thing about those free UFCs is that they're done by 10.
Dude,
so
I don't care. You want to do a Sunday fight? Do a Sunday fight. Start it at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Do it in the fucking afternoon. Be done by fucking 9 or 10.
Some 10 o'clock at the latest.
Yeah.
You know, some people got to wake up on Monday these days.
Some.
Yeah, me being one of them now.
Sucks.
Yeah.
I'm retired, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Actually, I did go to work this morning.
Did you?
But I just like woke up. I'm like,
oh, I guess I'm up.
I guess I'm going to work.
We're going.
Here we go.
Yeah.
One more day.
Audrey makes fun of me. Like, I don't leave till like 8:20.
Really?
Yeah, I don't technically, like, I could show up
whenever.
at 7.
Yeah.
The place opens at 7, but there's really nothing for me to do because the quality control guy isn't in till 9.
Got him.
So the guitars aren't flowing till fucking 9. So I can go in whenever technically, but I don't go in till 9, like 8:30, 9 o'clock. But like, a lot of people are different than I am. I like to wake up, have a shower, have a good breakfast.
Scratch your nutsack.
Scratch my nuts. I've been watching, oh my God.
Money Heist.
No, it's on Amazon Prime.
9 Perfect Strangers.
Yellowstone. It's about ranchers. But it's like a family of ranchers. They do some fucking shady shit to keep...
Weird.
They've got like 50,000 acres in Montana.
They're like, get off our 50,000 acres.
Yeah, they kill a lot of people. They battle with the fucking... They've got family members that are in the... like in politics and shit like that run like Montana and shit like that.
Yeah, because Montana, I think, has a population of like 213 people.
So like it's a cool show. I'm into it. So I'll like watch an episode, but like I like to chill, have a coffee, have a shit, go to work. That's my morning routine. Audrey's like, you wake up so early. Audrey's like up 45 minutes before work, shower, dress, out the door.
Oh, I thought she was gonna shit talk you because like you stroll into work when most people are already been at work.
No.
That's why I was going to shit talk you.
Oh, okay. Trade people, yeah, they've been at work forever.
Yeah, for days even.
They're halfway done their day. They're having lunch when I get there.
I like to shit talk a lot of people that are like, oh yeah, I start at 9. It's like, that's my first break of the day.
Yeah.
But whatever, it's all relative. It's also dumb of me to do that. But that's why I thought she was shit talking. But she's like scramble mode.
She's like
she wants every last minute of sleep.
Yeah.
But mind you, for the record, for people that don't know, she is
also
a nurse
yeah,
who works 12-hour shifts.
I totally get that.
Yeah, she's trying to squeak out every last drop of sleep.
Yeah. But her thing, like I
so what time do you get up?
I only shit at home if I have to. Like, unless it's like dire needs, I'm only shitting at home. So like I'm waking up. I do like having a coffee in the morning. By the time I get to work, I'm awake. I'm not still trying to wake up. You know what I mean?
I get it.
So like,
yeah, you're not like shaking off the cobwebs as you're walking through the door.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what are we doing today?
Yeah. Like, holy fuck.
There is something to be said for that. It's probably a better strategy to like wake up, do your little routine, and then go to work. Cause yeah.
Shower. I get a good breakfast. I'm a breakfast guy. Like having my breakfast.
So what time do you wake up?
6.
Holy fuck.
6:30.
Yeah, I'm not doing that ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I am more like Audrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm not,
are you a breakfast guy?
No.
See, I gotta eat. Like, if I don't eat when I'm up, oh fuck.
The working at the hospital kind of fucked me a bit with breakfast, but for the most part, I usually don't eat until like 11 or 12.
I used to be like that. I used to fast.
Well, it's not even more for me. Like, I'm not conscious of fasting. I don't like. When I pay attention to it, I'm pretty good about it.
Since day one, though, I've been up. Food is in my mouth. We got the day off to a good start. And again, like I was a little fat kid growing up.
It's okay.
But like now, like it's, I don't know. It's just part of my routine. Like I wake up, I hop in the shower, get dressed, go downstairs, make a good breakfast, make a coffee. I chill. I chill for a bit, relax. If I didn't make my lunch the night before, I'll make it right then and there.
Hours of time. You got 3-4 hours to kill.
I got time. Watch a show, fucking have a shit, and I'm out the door. And I'm at work.
Man, that's pretty good. I'm
like that with everything. Like I got to shoot tomorrow, and like I'll be up probably 2 hours before I have to go.
That's fucking responsible.
I'll have my breakfast.
You got all your ducks in a row.
I'll double check that I have everything I need.
Also smart.
And then I'm out the door.
See, I want to like make fun of you for this, but I can't because it's like, it's reasonable.
I also make sure I leave with like more than enough time to make it to work. No matter what it is.
Yeah. Again, man, you're just explaining how responsible you are.
Like there was one time so the week prior, I had to go down. It's like, is Niagara east? That's east, right?
West.
That's west? Jesus. I always get it fucking mixed up. So I had to go to like west of Etobicoke, but it was like where Etobicoke like ends.
Etobicoke.
Yeah, and like whatever is south of Etobicoke starts. Etobicoke. And dude, I kid you not.
That's not Niagara.
No, but it's that direction from us.
Okay.
And so like, I'm like, it took me like more time than I thought it was because of traffic. Then I had to go to the beaches, like kind of Scarborough
side of the city. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, fuck, like I got to leave like an extra half hour because traffic was so bad the week prior. Nope. I was there in 35 minutes.
You're there half an hour ahead of schedule.
I was literally there an hour before the shoot.
It's not a bad thing.
No, I literally sat in my car, sent some emails, and listened to music or something at that time.
We're supposed to be talking about Jake Paul, but this how you know that this bourbon deserved actually a 9.3.
100%.
No idea what the fuck we're talking about.
Nah, Chris can't speak anymore. He's choking on words.
Traffic's so bad in Toronto that you're better off just waking up early, getting there, and napping in the car.
Yeah, nap for 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
As an apprentice, I would do that often. Be like,
I've
what
done
time will you
that
be in there? Like
multiple
7
times.
o'clock? I'm like, okay. Well, if I want to get there for 7, actually, there's one guy that we work with who works like literal office hours. He works 9 to 5 in the worst part of the city. He literally works at 1 Yonge Street, which I'm not sure if you know that. That's where Lake Ontario and Yonge Street begin.
Yeah.
And then there's 1,800 more kilometers of Yonge Street. So it's far. And
That's not fun.
And if you start at 9 there, you could leave at 7 and get there for 9.
Yeah.
But you'd have to sit in 2 hours worth of traffic.
It's not
Or you just leave at
Fuck
regular
that.
time, get in the parking lot, sleep for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Like, call me when you're here. Perfect. I'll walk over.
Or just set an alarm.
Huh?
Like put an alarm on your
I'm not
phone.
going to put an alarm on. My alarm's you calling me when you're here. Because what if you're late? What if you're early?
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
Fuck
If
on
you're
me
going to
like that.
remember, or if
I'm
that
gonna
guy's
remember
gonna
to tell that
remember-
guy, he knows I'm coming. He's like, I'm expecting you.
Oh, it's okay.
It's
I thought it was
prearranged.
somebody you were like like one of your like a colleague.
Yeah, it is a colleague.
Oh, not the guy you're working for.
No, we work for people, but the colleague is the one that's does
He's
the work
there.
for them. He's
Okay,
he's the go-to.
Whatever. Cool. I appreciate that. You know what? I appreciate you for calling him when you get there.
He calls me.
Oh, well, either way, thank you.
Anyways, Jake
Because
Paul.
there's so many fucking people that'd be like, fuck this guy, or just forget. And then you're there sleeping in your car
Just snoozing.
till 12.
Like, you
Being
never
like,
showed up.
Yeah. Nobody's here, man.
Yeah,
I'm
the
out.
phone rings because the boss is
Everybody-
calling you like, where the fuck are you?
Everybody's at home because you just
Yeah.
woke up.
The nice thing about, especially the company I work for and the industry that I'm in, is that when you are going to meet someone, they need you there.
Yeah.
So they're not like, if you're not there like
They're
3 minutes
relying on you
after,
being there.
yeah, like if you're like 3 minutes after the time you agreed upon being there, they're going to call you and be like, you're still coming, right? Because if you don't, it fucks up literally the entire day.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I'm here. You were supposed to call me when you got here.
Oh shit.
Anyways, let's get back on track.
back to Jake Paul. Fucking tangents today, man. So from what I saw, I only watched the like YouTube videos of the full fight highlights, and it's like there were so many clips where it's because all they've done is just zoomed in like 50% on the original video.
Oh god.
I was about to say something, and I'm like, I'm gonna just let it because it wasn't important.
No.
So like there was points where like Jake would hit him, and then you'd have to wait like 5 seconds to see the other angle where Jake hit him. But I feel like the first 2 rounds, from what I saw, and again, I didn't watch the full fight, Tyron didn't really throw that much. So with that being said, it's pretty much like an imminent loss of 2 rounds.
But I think Tyrone knocked him down, right?
I'll get there.
All right, sorry.
So those 2 rounds
Pull
are
my mic back over here.
those 2 rounds are like you're at an automatic loss. You got to be more present during those first 2 rounds, unless he's not doing anything. But he was aggressing, he was throwing, he was hitting. You got to come back, or at least make the next 4 rounds. Or I can't remember.
So
how
Paul
many
was
rounds.
busy. It wasn't like they were just nothing rounds.
It wasn't like he was busy. He was busier.
So he's gonna get the win. It's not
Right?
gonna be a
Those
draw.
2, yeah.
It was enough to like not be a draw on a round.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then Tyron started making his way through round 3. People say he like pushed him down into the ropes.
I heard it was a full on knockdown.
The way he fell, because they talked about it like in the ring, like after the fight and after the decision. Tyron was like, if there was only 2 ropes there instead of like 4, or if there was 3 instead of 4, whatever it was, you would have been on your fucking head.
The photo that I saw looked like he almost fell through the ropes.
Yeah, almost did, but again, because there was
Yeah.
like 4,
Yeah,
he was fine.
it's for safety, right?
Yeah. And he got back up. They didn't fucking clarify it as anything because he didn't hit the canvas.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. That's a dumb boxing rule where you can smoke a motherfucker so hard that he almost falls through the ropes.
Yeah.
But if his ass doesn't hit the
knee didn't touch, nothing.
it's not a knockdown.
Like I think if your knee touches, it
but
can
for
be
sure
considered.
they would have given the round to Tyrone because it was a split decision anyways.
So they gave him that. I gave him that round, and then I think I gave him like 2 other rounds. Like I saw like I can't remember. Like I think it was like 6 rounds.
What did you score? I think it was 8 rounds, right?
If it was 8, I still gave it to Jake just because of his presence. Like those first 2 rounds, when you have such an aggressor, you have to be also aggressive. Or you have to step it up those next 6 rounds so much that it's a definite answer.
There's a lot of boxers that lose, in quotations, the first 2 rounds and walk the fight.
How many times have we watched
the fight?
How many times have we watched a boxing fight in the first 4 rounds? Nothing happens.
Yeah.
I get it. It's a chess game.
Yep.
You're in it for the long haul, not the short run. But at the same time,
it's still rounds in the bank.
Exactly. And
it's
when
only,
it's only 8 rounds.
Yeah.
If Tyrone had maybe 2 more rounds, if it was a 10-round fight, maybe. Definitely had a chance. He definitely he definitely didn't win the fight in my opinion because it took him so long to get started, and even then Jake was still present. There was rounds that I could have seen go either way.
Mm-hmm.
If they gave it to Jake, I see it.
That's
if
always
they gave
the problem with boxing.
Tyrone, though. I see it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. There was like 2 refs saw it like, I think it was like one ref scored it 5-3. I think 2 refs scored it 5-3, where like one gave it to Tyrone, one gave it to Jake. And then the other ref, again, boxing, scored it 6-2. In
like you're not watching
Jake.
the fight. You're not watching the fight.
Yeah. But again, there was a couple close rounds where if one ref sees it different than the other, I guess.
Okay.
Again, I don't know all the rules of boxing and the way they score it, so it's hard for me to be like, nah, that ref was a fucking complete idiot.
Probably
and again,
was.
I didn't watch the entire fight.
Though. Here's the thing, though. Your boy, Jake.
Yeah.
It's for sure his toughest test. He went all
100%.
He went all the rounds. He got knocked
Marshmallow fucking Askren.
Yeah.
And NBA star.
They're not even fights.
Dude, first one wasn't even a fight. Askren was more of a fight than the other one.
And that was
Askren was just there for a fucking paycheck.
Yeah, he took the knee and that was it.
The guy just got off fucking an injury, a surgery.
Mm-hmm.
8 months later, he's fighting.
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck.
Dude looked like a marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
Dude, he was smiling on his way.
Getting paid $1 million.
He got a fucking paycheck.
Yeah.
That was bigger than anything he's ever seen.
He literally said at the end, he's like, I'm going to take my $1 million and go coach wrestling. See you later.
I'm out. This isn't going to change my wrestling career or UFC.
He is an Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah. Not going to change his fucking legacy at all.
No.
It's only helping Jake.
Basically, how long until McGregor and Jake fight?
I think you got
McGregor, after fucking up his leg,
fights.
McGregor he's on his last leg, pardon the pun.
That's great though. After you said he fucked up his leg.
To be honest, he doesn't have a leg to stand on.
No.
If we get to that point, I don't think McGregor is challenging for a belt anytime soon in the UFC.
No.
Because as we discussed, I think last time he fought and lost, broke his leg. He's like a number 4 contender.
Yeah.
And that's generous.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's generous.
I don't even think he's number 4. So
I don't think he is either, but I'm saying like in the UFC's eyes, he is.
Yeah.
He should not be.
Yeah.
He should be fucking lower than that.
Can I say something before you go on?
Yeah.
So Tyrone, I was just listening to Jay Piven's podcast, the Ari from Entourage. Don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
Anyways, he had Woodley on, and Woodley was saying that the UFC, it's the entertainment business.
Mm-hmm.
They
It's
don't
like
care.
pro wrestling.
They don't care if you're the number one contender. How?
Deservedly so.
They're going to give that fight to Conor McGregor because he's going to sell pay-per-views.
The number one...
Everybody's going to tune into that motherfucker.
The number one contender in the lightweight division is fucking Khabib's boy, whose name I can't pronounce, and he's like ranked number 10, and he's probably the best fighter in the whole fucking division.
Yeah, but I think all those guys above him don't want to fight him.
Well, they don't, because it's just going to be another Khabib on their hands.
Yeah.
But back crediting Woodley for what he's saying, UFC found this weird mix of they want entertainment like pro wrestling, but they want the fights to be real.
Yeah.
And I think it, honestly, as a fan, I think it's a good mix. And only in rarest exceptions does the fighter not deserve the fight that he gets.
Right.
Khabib's boy in lightweight should be fighting for the championship every fight he has.
Yeah.
Obviously that's a disservice. Like Conor McGregor's ranked fucking 6 rankings ahead of him, and McGregor hasn't won a fucking belt since Christ was a cowboy.
Put that kid up against McGregor. That shit would.
It's a wash. It's not even not even a fight. Who are we talking about here? We're talking about Khabib's boy versus McGregor in MMA?
Yeah.
Khabib's boy is walking the floor with him.
Exactly.
Yeah, like it's a mob.
How many pay-per-views is that going to sell?
Yeah, sure.
You have Conor McGregor, who wanted a rematch with Khabib. Khabib retired, said, I'm out for good. But now Khabib is coaching this kid and could possibly fight McGregor.
It's not going to happen.
What a fucking story, though.
Oh, it would be for sure. But
and again, that kid's going to fucking probably mop the floor with him.
It would be whatever. The thing is that does McGregor deserve a title shot? No.
I don't think so.
McGregor deserves a title shot in the fact that he sells pay-per-views, which is not... The problem that UFC's at a crossroads now with Conor McGregor is that they're selling their soul to the fucking devil, is because they do provide, I would say, like, majority of the matchups that you want to see. You want to see this guy fight that guy. You want to see this guy for the belt. I think that they get it right 87 to 90% of the time, right? Because they're not perfect.
Yeah.
But I think they get it right. And they balance that entertainment versus monetary reasons. But now with McGregor, the last 3-4 fights, it's like, yeah,
I don't care if I watch.
He sells tickets, but I'm over it now.
Yeah, I don't care if I watch another.
Even his
fight.
diehard fans are like, he's probably not going to win. So, anyways,
I got doubts. I don't want to watch.
I think it's like this time next year.
I'd rather watch Francis
Ngannou.
Yeah.
You'd rather watch top level fighters.
Yeah.
And that's the appeal of the UFC. So you see top level fighters. I think it's just like this time next year, McGregor fights fucking Jake Paul for like another 100 million or some fucking stupid shit. Because it will sell 100 million. Because the build up that fight would just be stupid.
It's the crossover, right?
Yeah. But he did it with Mayweather and it sold a fuckload of seats, right?
Yeah.
And he'll do it with Paul because Paul's
doing it.
Paul's basically the Mayweather of being shitty at boxing.
So this is
like Mayweather was able to be such a mouthpiece and shitty, but he was also the best boxer of all time.
Yeah.
Paul's that level of like annoying, I want to see this kid get knocked out without the talent.
Yeah.
But he's also, and I know that it sounds shitty and disparaging. I also think that this kid is like, he's fucking my age. I think
he's like 23.
He's our age. We're young. Shut the fuck up. What the fuck you talking about?
Sure, we were just complaining about being 25.
I'm 19 years old. How dare you? I do think that there's something about him where, like, love him or hate him, he's just going to keep finding a way and getting to where he wants to be, which is like $100 million payday against fucking McGregor or some shit.
So the one thing I think everybody needs to give the Paul brothers more Jake than Logan, because Logan took the biggest money fight ever and fought fucking Floyd, and that's
Didn't need that money.
And that is anybody's absolute fucking payday.
Yeah.
But Jake, like everybody that was on that card last night, got fucking paid. Not UFC money, not fucking amateur boxer money. Like that was everybody's biggest payday.
Yeah,
So
because
that's the one thing-
you're also now dealing with Showtime, which is a legitimate fight promoter.
But even before that, and one thing Jake's always been an advocate for is giving fighters the pay that they deserve. And he wants, it sounds fucked, but he wants to start a fighters union. I don't think it'll ever happen just because of the fighters' mentality. Everybody's fighting against each other. Why am I going to side with you?
Also, how are you going to rectify that across the fucking four belts, the four organizations?
Yeah, it's going to be fucked. It's going to be fucked. But I do think
what he's saying on paper is like, sure.
Yeah, I think boxing is better for paying fighters. It's more so the UFC. And I think that's why he's doing it right now, is because getting UFC guys to come over to box him is a bigger paycheck than having some amateur boxer box him.
And it's also a bigger paycheck for those UFC guys to come over.
Well, that's what I mean, because the UFC guys aren't getting paid a whole lot.
In comparison to what
they could with fighting Jake Paul.
Yeah, Jake Paul is now, like, love him or hate him, he's one of these guys that sort of writes his own checks.
Buddy.
And
he's won every fight.
Okay. Like, again, we'll discuss when he has a fight. You know what I mean? Like,
he just fought Tyron Woodley.
And that was his first, I would say that's his first fight.
100%.
And you know what? Credit to him. And again, I was like,
he won it.
I'm not disparaging the guy. I think that he's done everything that he's had to do.
Yeah.
And I think he's at this point where, like, he's gonna write his own checks and he's gonna fucking it's a clown show, but it's legitimized now.
So let me ask you.
He signed with Showtime. It's all on the level, right?
So let me ask you this: when would you consider like Jake to be like an actual boxer? What will it take? Is it going to be some amateur dude that has 200 fights under his, like he's 201 and 0? Or is it going to be another UFC fighter? Or is it going to be like a professional boxer that's actually like dominating the scene?
Okay, so it's a combination of all of what you just said. I'm not expecting Jake Paul to, in his fourth professional fight fucking Errol Spence Jr.
Sure.
Right? I think that's unreasonable, or fucking Manny Pacquiao or anything like that. If he is trying to get to like the legitimate boxing level, I put it this way. I mean, who is he fighting next? We can talk then. I know it's not set up, but I think that might even change my mind. Like, I'm not a Jake Paul hater. I really don't.
You don't even know who he is.
Barely know who he is.
Yeah, exactly. You only know who he is because of me.
I just know. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I'm never going to respect him as a boxer. He beat Tyron Woodley. There's something more to be said for that against the other two fucking guys he beat, because Woodley was a champion and was a champion for many years. His last 4 fights in the UFC I watched, and he looked horrible. He looked fucking finished. And then he went to a decision, and he's not a boxer against Woodley who fucking can crack. Okay, fair enough. Right? That, like, even that is already like, okay, in my mind, you've had a fight now.
Yeah.
I think you've had a fight.
Yeah.
You're with a legitimate promotion in Showtime.
Yeah.
He signed, I think, 4 fights or something like that.
I don't know.
Couple fights anyway.
Don't know the contract.
And they're not going to give him like slouches. Like, he's going to fight real guys.
He's going to fight fighters.
Yeah. So if his next opponent,
they don't want a clown show. Hang on. Showtime doesn't want Snoop Dogg smoking blunts, drinking fucking purple drink,
shit talking to fighters, like. And I love Snoop Dogg, and I think that he was the best part about those things. But it's also like, dude, don't shit talk the guys that are in the ring fighting.
Yo, what did he say the last one? Give me my $1 million.
Give me that $2 million.
Because he bet $1 million on fucking Jake.
Yeah. $2 million, baby.
Fine.
I love Snoop.
Yeah, so do I. But
what will it take for Paul? Honestly, it depends on his opponents. Depends on their reputation. Depends on their record and all those things in between. I don't think he's that far away from being recognized as a legit boxer, in quotes.
So I think this fight was his first professional boxing match.
For sure it was. This one was sanctioned. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
The other ones were exhibitions.
Okay. So, okay.
Yeah.
That answered my question.
So this was a sanctioned boxing match. Tell me we haven't been recording this whole
Haven't
time.
been recording. Been recording on that. I can take it. What the fuck, man?
Where did we leave off?
I don't know. 9 o'clock.
Is it just fucked up?
I don't know. Maybe I hit it. Maybe like I like leaning like this. I touched the trackpad, and it hit stop.
Okay, so
I don't know. I don't know where we left off, but I have the audio from the GoPro. Might be shit. I apologize, but
okay, so like we're not going to lose anything.
no, we have that still going. It's just the good audio fucking.
Okay,
quality.
sorry. If, for those who are wondering what the fuck happened,
Fuck me.
at some point the audio cut out. We don't know when, and now it should be back to where it is.
Fuck.
Anyway, I don't think it's Jake Paul's too many more fights away from like. I'll be like, okay, I'm interested in seeing this fight. I was interested in seeing this fight if it wasn't a fucking Sunday night, and I tried my best to stay up.
Dude,
I just can't do it.
Showtime. Like that's one of my biggest pet peeves with the entire fight. My other pet peeve is the way it ended after the decision, and they talked to Woodley, and then they talked to Jake Paul. Woodley goes, "I thought I won the fight. I thought
Everyone
I performed.
thinks I won the fight. Yeah,
exactly. I thought I performed really well. He did.
Yep.
Did you outperform Jake Paul? I don't think so. You knocked him down in like round 3. Wasn't considered a knockdown. They didn't clarify it as a knockdown, so
yeah,
can't really say that. But then he's like, I want a rematch, and I want it like now. Like I want a rematch. Why wouldn't he? It's his biggest fucking paycheck ever.
and well, in a while.
Okay.
Woodley was selling pay-per-views. Don't get him wrong. Like he was a legit UFC champion.
Yeah. He also, on that podcast with Jay Piven, was saying how the UFC tried to make him like the next Conor McGregor or Conor McGregor 2.0, and he just wasn't about it.
No, because it's acting.
And so like I think that kind of played a role in the whole thing, trying to sell the next fight.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think that fight's gonna happen again?
No.
Maybe if Jake loses his next fight.
Yeah, Jake's
But I think
moving on.
If Jake loses a fight, the whole thing's over. I think if Jake loses a fight, unless it's against like Canelo, like somebody huge.
Yeah. Like,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it's a big fight.
Then it's over for him.
Yeah. Unless it's against somebody huge like that,
Yeah.
it's over.
You're
Like,
right.
If he fights Conor McGregor and McGregor wins,
Who cares? They'll
McGregor's going to get some hype.
But Paul will still get another fight.
Yeah, but it's not going to be anything close to what it could have been.
The first time Paul
McGregor.
fights a real boxer, because he still has not fought a real boxer,
True.
and he loses,
Yeah.
I would say it's over. If he beats that boxer, real, amateur, whatever the fuck, a real boxer, because you know that he hasn't fought one yet.
Yeah.
Then we can have the conversation about him ending. I agree with you in the sense that if he fights like a Canelo or a fucking Mayweather, like just big names, and he loses, like people are expecting him to lose, so what the fuck does it matter? I think even if he fights McGregor, because that'll also be a clown show, I don't think that matters. I don't, in my mind.
Sure.
I think
that might matter to more people than you think.
Well, I think it'll just cement his clown show legacy, and I think that I know he's trying to get a good fight.
Like, sure, McGregor is focused on boxing recently and striking, but at the same time, like he's gone back to the UFC. He hasn't won since Cowboy.
Yeah, and even before that, he was on a 2-fight losing streak.
Right, like Cowboy was a gimme for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. If he loses to McGregor, I'm kind of fucking... Personally, I'm over it, and I think a lot of other people would be over it as well.
Me, I'm not, because I think even still, like he's fighting Woodley, to me, it still falls in the realm of like, this is a disaster.
Yeah.
You know, I like that it's with a legitimate promotion. I like that it's actually a tough contest because Woodley is a proven fucking striker.
Yeah.
And obviously, they went the distance, and it would sound like a pretty close fight for the most part.
Yeah.
It's his next fight. If he fights that fucking Fury guy, who opened the fucking round last night, that guy is like not that fucking good. He fought a dude that was not even taller than the ropes
and got dropped. Is that the guy you were
with the distance? Yeah, I texted. That was the first fight of the night. Tyson Fury's like half brother. He has like 17 half brothers, but he's under the Fury name. Tommy Fury, he comes in and he's huge. They fight at 180. This dude's probably walking around 200 pounds. He's fighting a dude that's not taller than the ropes, who somehow came in at 180. It's his second pro fight. His last pro fight was 4 years ago. He's like fought in Bellator a little bit, and they went 4 rounds to a decision. Like if you fight someone like that, it's like,
I'll just say
why?
This: my next fight I'm looking forward to is Hafthor Bjornsson versus fucking Eddie Hall. But Eddie
Has that
Hall,
not happened yet?
No, it was supposed to happen like end of September, but Eddie tore his bicep.
Oh,
so now that's been pushed. But that whole card I'm kind of interested in. You've got this other powerlifter girl from YouTube, Steffi Cohen. She's fighting another like powerlifter YouTuber. Like the whole it's gonna. I don't want to say it as a clown show. I guess
certainly it is.
I guess it would be, considering
it's definitely a circus act
because of the like fighters. But it's not like you have a Jake Paul fighting.
No, it's
Floyd Mayweather.
That's such
whatever.
a niche market, man. Like if you didn't tell me that shit was happening, I would have never known in my entire life.
And I follow Eddie Hall and Hafthor and Brian Shaw, who are all in World's Strongest Man. And so
these
I'm
are 3
in that
names
realm.
I hear now that you say them out loud.
I'm in that realm, so I hear about this shit. But yeah, at the end of the fight, I do want to say this. It was just super fucking like cringe and just like, why? Like, why? So Woodley's like, I want a rematch, all this shit. Cool. I get it. Logan Paul's up there with Jake after the fight. And Jake already said from the get-go, this is just a speed bump in my path. I'm going to go over it. I'm going to conquer it. And then we'll get to the real deal. But fucking Logan's got to pipe in and like, be like, bah, and say all this shit. It's like, bro, wait, your little brother who just beat him can't fucking talk for himself? And like, do you really need to shit on him?
It's their thing, though.
But I don't know. It's like you both want to be considered or taken more seriously. But when it comes down to like moments, like
where you have an option to be like serious,
humble, and like, I don't know, you look at some of these other fighters, at least in boxing, they lose the fight. It's like, good fight. Maybe the guy's like, I want the rematch. I'm looking forward to the rematch.
Jake would have been totally reasonable. Be like, nice fight, Woodley, but no fucking chance we're doing a rematch. I'm moving on to bigger and better things. I'm putting you in the rear view. Here we go. Like, you can still be boisterous.
Maybe way down the road.
You can still be boisterous and fucking obnoxious, but you can also be like,
kind of respectful.
Yeah, like, nice fight. Bit. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Deuces, you know?
Yeah. You are a harder opponent than I thought you were going to be.
Yada, yada, yada.
But you're definitely not on the path anytime soon.
It's just their shtick,
deuces. But yeah, it was just so fucking like annoying to watch. And it's like, that didn't even need to take place. And again, both of them are trying to get more respect and more like, I don't think really Jake gives a fuck if anybody likes him. But I feel like they both want more respect in the game. And it's like, that's not
counterintuitive what you're trying to do then.
Yeah, you don't need to fucking act like 4-year-olds up there.
Fair enough.
That bugged me. Anyways.
Let's wrap that up.
Yeah, Chris predicts. Dun, 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 dun. Chris predicts. Dun, 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 dun.
Da, 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 da. Wizard.
Yeah. Have you ever heard that song with Dion Phaneuf?
No.
They were like in the dressing room when he was with the Leafs, and it was like, I don't know, Loople. I don't know, it was somebody on the Leafs, and they're like, or no, who's Cabby? It was Cabby, and he's like,
Oh, okay.
Dion Phaneuf, Dion Phaneuf, and he got Dion to say Dion Phaneuf. I think that's how it went.
Cabby was pretty good in his day on the
Yeah,
score.
man, yeah, it's so funny.
I'm gonna piss and we'll do Chris predicts. But at least we got the intro in.
Yeah.
I don't even care if we're recording right now. I don't even think there's a time in history where I haven't pissed in a toilet and flushed it preemptively. I do it all the time.
Yeah, I was fucking dying in here.
Double
like,
flush?
that, and then like you finish pissing and then you just ripped one.
Yeah.
I just find that so funny.
It's called pissing.
Dude, it's farting and pissing. It's hilarious.
They go hand in hand.
Yeah. I'm just over here dying while you're over there.
Fucking Chris predicts this week. I'm not going to do a full recap of last week other than to say that we lost $1.
That's not bad. We lost one bet.
Basically.
Pretty much.
I think I did pretty well. I got a couple of the draws.
I feel like draws are like...
It's hard in football.
Yeah. Because some weeks they happen a lot and some weeks it's like...
Yeah.
Meh.
So looking back at my last week's predictions, there's two I want to interchange and wanted to at the time. Obviously, I didn't.
Yeah.
And they were going with what I was originally leaning towards, but I also like to have a bit of fun and be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's go out on a limb, you know?
Yeah.
If I did that, I would have won. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Either way, we're down $1. I think we're basically even. Even though it's technically down $1, but whatever the fuck. Anyways, this week, the Champions League qualification is finished.
Okay.
We're beginning a new campaign. Earlier in this year, I did the quarterfinals, semis, predicted the winner. This year, I can start from fresh. I can tell you the group winners.
Yep.
And then in the spring, we'll go into the quarters,
Sure.
semis, all that
Yep.
shit. So,
Do the whole deal.
There's not going to be any match day for EPL this week. So actually next week, we're still going to have, right now we're at $8.43. Last week, we were at $9.60. We're basically assuming we're going to play with that amount, but it's all going to get splashed out on bets.
Gotcha.
So here we go. Group A. And I'm just going to tell you the teams that advance.
Yeah.
That's it.
This is the people that are going to win.
Yeah, and I can bet winners that go through. I don't have to bet the order. So
Gotcha.
Manchester City and PSG are going to win that, are going to go through in that group. Group B, Liverpool and Atletico Madrid. Group C, Ajax, which looks like Ajax, and Dortmund are going to go through. Group D, Real Madrid and Inter Milan. Group E, this is controversial. Bayern Munich and Benfica are going to go through. The reason Bayern Munich's not much of a stretch, but Benfica is going to go through ahead of Barcelona.
Okay.
Barcelona's a bit of a fucking shambles. They lost Messi. They're fucking broke. I think they're going to flame out of the Champions League pretty convincingly.
Yeah.
So Benfica is going to be the beneficiary of that. Group F, Manchester United and Atalanta. This is a tough group to pick. There was another good team in that group. It's 50-50 for me. Group G is probably the toughest group for me to pick because it's like 4 like mid-level teams in their division, like teams that finished like 2nd, 3rd, 4th.
Right.
In various leagues throughout the continent. And they're all in one group. So it's like there's no like standouts, but they're all good teams.
Yeah.
But that said, I'm taking Wolfsburg from Germany and Sevilla from Spain to go through. And Group H was fairly straightforward, Chelsea and Juventus. So that is 16 teams that are predicted. I think I'm only going to get 2 wrong, if that. Because I do think Barcelona is going to flame out. And I think Atalanta might be the only team that might like cause me trouble.
Damn. That's a big Chris predicts right there. Holy fuck.
It's a lot. And that's why I didn't want to do like another match day because then I would rifle off another 10 games.
Yeah, fuck.
Let's just get these predictions out of the way.
Yeah.
Because I think by next week we're going to have a better picture at the baseball thing.
Yep.
Which
get a little update.
Get a little update because if you had done my predictions at the time that I did them, it was like 24-25 to 1.
Holy fuck. We're looking good.
Looking pretty fucking
baby.
But it's baseball.
Who knows?
It's baseball.
Sports is betting.
There's
Who knows?
crying. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah, short and sweet. Chris predicts. I could elaborate a lot further, but I don't think I need to.
No.
These groups mostly speak for themselves. Like, there'll be teams like Shakhtar Donetsk out of Ukraine that'll like give Milan a fucking tough go, but Milan's still going to finish second in the group.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's I'm not even going to waste my fucking breath.
Yeah.
Liverpool's my favorite team, just for the record. People didn't know.
Bias.
Certainly biased, but they're also in the toughest group of the whole thing. They have AC Milan and Porto out of Portugal. Like, it's a tough fucking group.
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid's the fucking champions of Spain. Tough fucking group. But I think Atletico and Liverpool are going to go through.
Sure.
And Milan will probably end up in the third spot and go back into the Europa. You know, like,
gotcha.
It's one of these things. So there's your 16 teams that are going through. I'd recommend betting them all in one shot.
Doing a parlay.
Every time
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I do it every time.
I don't care
I
what you
the extra
do.
buck. Last week, if my predictions came through, it was like $1,200.
Holy,
it's like 1,200 to 1.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
Yeah. Why
down
not?
For it. Fuck.
Fucking have fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, take out a second mortgage.
Yeah.
Anyway, I haven't been doing too hot lately, but admittedly,
can't always be
tough,
winning.
But in the tournament shit, I'm pretty fucking good because I know my teams.
Yeah.
Week to week, listen, it's a fucking Premier League. Every team that's in there deserves to be there, whether they're fucking rock bottom or first in league. Anybody can beat anybody on the week.
Yeah.
Or fucking get a sneaky away win or
whatever it is.
It happens. It's football.
Yeah. Sports.
That's why I kind of like challenging myself with the EPL, but it's too much this week. So there's your Champions League predictions. Come at me, bro. I think I'm still a wizard.
When's the next big UFC? Not till
next month.
So September.
End of September. So we got a couple weeks.
Okay, cool.
Shevchenko, I actually just looked at it the other day.
We'll worry about it closer to the date. I just wanted to ask.
I'm sure someone will drop out.
Again, like this, like I kind of wish we had predicted the Jake Paul fight.
You asked me about that Paul fight like
a
month ago, 2 months ago, and I'm like I spaced on it.
Dude, too much shit happened. Got fucking sidetracked.
Yeah, too much happened like fucking old granddad bonded bourbon, motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Fucking hammered.
Fuck yeah. All right.
We're going to get to Canada next week.
You good?
Yeah. I don't want to get into anything else.
Yeah?
I'm good. Yeah.
All right. Facebook, 2 Seasons of Pod. YouTube, 2 Seasons of Pod. My Instagram still for now. It's coming.
It's cjshade@gmail.com.
Wait, that's my email.
I know,
bro.
but that's also not your email. I was saying I said your Instagram handle as your email. Sorry.
Did you say it's
cjshade@gmail.com?
Yeah, that's definitely
I know it's not
my email.
Yo, bro, don't say my fucking email on YouTube.
It's cjshade
@gmail
on Instagram for now. Our Instagram will be coming. mail.2seasonspod@gmail.com if you have any comments, whatever. And we'll catch you guys next week. Bro, deuces.
Thank you.